My brothers, welcome, welcome, welcome. You know exactly who it is. I'm D, and this is the Future Fathers FF Podcast. Yes. See, I had to try some new stuff today. So, excuse me. How you all doing, my brothers? I hope you're all right. Hope you're hope you're all well, doing good. Hope your week's been okay. The missus been all right. Work's been good to you, your partner's been okay. I hope your children are all right, my brothers. Most of all, I hope you ain't had to beat nobody this week. That is it. Yeah. I hope your mindset has been boom. You've been on your groove, on your motion. So yeah, has eaten some cashews. Yeah. I hope if you was on your mode, your groove, your path, whatever your yellow brick road, yeah, whatever it is, I hope if you was on your grind, you've been sticking to it. That's what I hope. I hope you've been sticking to it because I've been trying to do the same thing, trying to do the same thing. I've been up on the website, walletbutcher.bigcartel.com. If you don't know, I've been on there and I've been, surveying the field and seeing what's going on. I've had some visits. I've had some interest, and not yet have I had any sales. But that's fine. That's fine. I've taken the new camera out. I've tried to go and get footage outside. Haven't got much yet, but but it's a little bit, but not enough for me to want to put it into a video. That being said, yeah, it's what I want to do. So I'm going out there and I'm getting after it. It might not be as often as I'm able to, or do you know what, my brothers? It might not be as often as I want it to be. Hence today's issue, topic, whatever you want to call it. Bruh, keeping a straight mindset when you got something that you're doing. And as I said, when you're on your grind, your own stuff, yeah, it could be anything that you're on. As long as you're focused on something, yeah, it is hard to keep that focus on something when you've got distractions around you, other people. I know my t-shirt looks dark in this. I'm really sorry. It's not that dark. It's actually green. Yeah, it's actually green, but it looked almost black. Anyway, when you're on your own task and you're on job and you're trying to move forward in what you're doing, what's that? Get close and personal. It's hard for other people certain time to understand what you're trying to do. Yeah, it's hard for your you might have a job. Excuse me, and your work colleagues don't quite understand because they see you as working with them. You might just be Your job might just be a means to an end, and you're working there to get to somewhere else. That's just what it is sometimes. Some people got more than one part-time job. I almost forgot what the word was then. That's a joke. I actually almost forgot what the word was then. I've worked full-time for so long. Just work. I just work. That's it. Yeah, many people got a few part-time jobs so they're not tied down to any kind of responsibility at one place. I don't mind. Yeah. I'm the fire marshal in my building. I run maintenance. Well, I'm head of maintenance because there's no one else to do it. Um, I'm first aid trained, and what else? I think that's it at the moment. No. Yeah, that's it. That's it. So I got a few things that I do, but obviously, like, I don't even remember my train of thought on that one. Anyway, most people got little jobs to not take on responsibility. That's what I was saying. So I don't mind it. I've got those things that I listed already, and for me, it's a big thing to be able to say, right, do you know what? This is my responsibility. If anything happens, it's me that's responsible for it. When you're able to focus on things like that, yeah, and I'm using my work as an example. just so I can say to you, well, me doing all of that and saying, yes, I want to take on this responsibility. You know, when you don't actually understand what it is until you're in the position and you have to focus, and there's other people around you and things in the way that are either drawing your focus somewhere else or distracting you completely. There's obviously gray areas in between, and things that happen naturally, things that don't happen naturally, things that are forced by other people. These are things that are way out of our control because we can't control them. We can only focus on us, what we're doing, how we're trying to push forward. And bros, as I said, you know what? Trying to do that when you've got all of these things floating around in your head, it's not easy. And I know it's not easy. Yeah. I'm trying to do the same thing myself. I've got a guy that I work with. I'm trying to manage his workload or trying to manage him and what he's doing at work while doing my own tasks as well. I've gotten a little better. I actually have. I'm not gonna lie. I've gotten a little better, and I can see it in myself. And I think that's kind of helped me with the online store. It's helped me with the podcast and trying new ideas and trying to get other things and other people in place. I had a guy that was supposed to come here today. Shouts out to JB. Unfortunately, was unable to make it today, but you know, things happen. Life happens. Can't, you know, factor in all of these different things that could happen. The only thing I can do is say, well, do you know what? I had somebody that was supposed to be here today. They're not here. Let me just focus on doing what I need to do and keep going. Keeping that mindset. I'm not gonna lie, I had a few setbacks today. I've got, you know, I'm juggling all of work, and that's just work. I haven't explained to you personal issues or nothing like that. So there are things going on around my family life that are, you know, things that I've got to think about, things that I feel, emotions running around and stuff, and juggling that and work. It's hard for me to stay right. You know what? I need to do this, do this, do this, which is why you man have seen this for ages. You people, can't say just you, man. You people have seen that for ages, and you see me crossing the things off, gone, until everything's gone on my side. The other stuff is for what I'm doing right now, making sure that I've got my episodes recorded weekly, and how long they're for. I need to start doing another thing, which is asking questions from you guys, so you can actually see them up on the board. You can send your questions in, get your comments put up on the board, and you know, other people will start engaging a little bit more as well. I'm pretty sure of that. Back to my point though, it's it's hard for a lot of people not in the position of focus to say to you, oh come on man, just come on. It's not that easy for you to take that hat off and put it down one side and say, yeah, you know what, maybe I need to chill for a second. Now, as I said, your focus could be pointed at a small business that you're trying to start. It could be at anything personal that you want to repair, fix. It could be at something, it could be focused on something at work. There's a number of different things, different places, different aspects of life where your focus can be pointed at, and you not want to do much else because you feel it's that important. Now, let me tell you something. It is that important. You think I was gonna say, oh no, do you know what? You might have to put that down. Sometimes, yeah. But I tell you this: you doing for yourself is just as much as you doing for the people around you. I'm pretty sure I've said it before. If you're unable to look after yourself, there's no point you looking after other people. You just can't do it. It can't work because that can't run. You're not in a position to say, oh yeah, I'm gonna be all right. I can do this. No, that's not gonna work. So you might need a little assistance. It's okay to ask for that. You might need to shift your focus, or sometimes you might need to double down. And the only reason I'm saying that is because I think at the moment that's what I'm trying to do myself. I'm trying to say, do you know what? Forget everything else. Let me just focus. Let me just do what's necessary. Now I know there are things that I need to be doing, yeah, involving my store that I haven't done over the last couple of weeks. Best believe I've looked at myself and said, whoa, D, what are you doing? This is not great. You should be doing something different. And I think the answer I gave myself was, huh, I think I understand what you're saying. But at the same time, I need just a little time. No, there's no time. We need to do this now. Okay, then. I think I'll just do that. Just, as I said, there's levels and I understand. Yeah. I'm in the same boat. I'm trying to keep my focus one place and then trying to shift it for something else. I need to focus on myself right now and the things that I'm trying to push forward, because it will help elevate everybody else around me. Everyone, my children, my missus, my mum, my sisters, everyone's going to get pushed up, because it's not something that is just beneficial to me. What I'm doing, it's for me, but it's not beneficial just to me, because my confidence level, yeah, in keeping my mindset straight, me achieving the goals that I set out to do, is going to make me feel so much better. I know now, right? You know what? I can help somebody else. Or even if I don't think that, I'm still going to be in a better position than I was before. So it might inspire somebody else to do something. You changing up your focus to something else might say to somebody, oh, you know what? If you can do it, I can do it. There's so many different little things that I think we seem to forget about and overlook and misjudge about ourselves and our situations, and how other people involved in those situations actually affect what you're doing and your mindset. Bros, I was at work, doing what I do at work, repairing stuff. And as I said, things going on outside of work forced me to sit down and say, oh, God, you know what? Okay, that's not going to happen. And it was almost like a switch I flicked on myself. And I was like, right, okay, that's not, as I said, bro, that's not going to happen. Cool. For the rest of the day, I was good. I came in here, as I said, JB unfortunately wasn't able to make it. So now I'm like, okay, what do I do? Yes, keeping your mindset straight. Yeah, I've had all of today to deal with what I had to deal with today. And then saying to myself, oh, no, do you know what? Focus, push through, keep going. You know what you're doing. You know how valuable what you're doing is, especially for yourself and the people around you. My brother, you can't afford to slip. Yeah, you can't afford to take a nap right now. So get up, dust yourself off, and push through. Just keep going. Just keep going. You'll be all right. The finish line is there. It's almost within sight. And even if it's not, you know what? Just keep pushing. I don't know if I'm gonna reach the finish line, but if I don't try, I'll never know. And if I don't focus, yeah, I'm just gonna watch that finish line fizzle out eventually, and I'm gonna be like, but I thought I was doing, no, I wasn't doing well. And I'm able to look at myself now in the position and say, well, do you know what? Do something. Like, don't just sit there. And you see, the funny thing is, as I'm saying it to you, I leant forward. Get up, be proactive, do something. Sometimes, yeah, you don't necessarily have to do too much. And on the rare occasion, you actually supposed to just stay and sit. Don't say nothing. I heard something today that made me say, "Oh, do you know what? That's actually crazy." It was a short story about the bird who flew south for the winter. So the bird flew south for the winter, and on its journey flying south, it got frozen up in the bad weather and fell to the ground, frozen. Yeah. So when the sun started coming out, cows in the farm field, the cow took a dump on this bird. It started to warm the bird up. So the bird was like, "Oh, that's cool. Yeah, all right." A cat started to hear the bird because the bird's happy. The cat went over, dusted the dump off of the cat, off of the bird, and ate that bird full. Now, the wickedest thing is, excuse me, as the guy was explaining this in the story, he was saying his uncle was telling him this, and he said, "Oh, there's nothing in that." So he said, "Oh, you wasn't listening. I give you plenty of gems. Not everyone that takes a dump on you, yeah, is your enemy, and not everyone that clears that crap off of you is your friend." I was like, bro, that is actually true. I'm just saying it, just so I'm just reiterating, yeah. I'm just reiterating what the brother said in his video. Cannot remember the name. I will put it in the description if I can find it or remember it. But my brothers, it made me think and say, Rod, you know what? That is the truth. Sometimes it's just not what you think. Oh yeah, and that was it. That was the last one. Because, obviously you in the dump as the bird was. Yeah, sometimes when you're in the ish, yeah, best thing to do is keep quiet. I know it's a little bit like but at the same time, it makes you say, Rod, you know what? That's actually true. That's actually true. You need to stay focused on yourself. Yeah. You need to focus on your people and your family, obviously, if you're with your family. And the reason why I say this is because I'm trying to put an emphasis on the focus on yourself. Because as I stated, yeah, if you're unable to look after yourself, you can't look after nobody else. Don't even think about it. If up here ain't right, yeah, if your mental ain't right, mm-mm, it's not gonna run. Sorry about that, bros. But that's what it is. That's what it is. I hope I left you with something to, think about, my brothers, because that's what I always try to do. Always try to give you something to think about. So, promo time. Brothers, the podcast is available on all major platforms. All of them. Apple Podcast and Google Play. You can catch me and my brother on Instagram and at future_fathers FF, and my brother at Sayne Official. We're not going live on YouTube yet because we got the things. We got the things, and I'm gonna set them up. I'm gonna screw everything to the wall, get my wiring done. So once it's up, it now move again. It now go nowhere. And I got little upgrades and stuff to make and to do in here and stuff. Ooh, over the next couple of weeks, you'll see the transformation. Yes, you will, believe me. My brothers, I hope, as I said, I left you with something to think about and something to say, well, you know what? Yeah, I need to get on my thing. I need to get back into this. Yeah, please do that, my brothers. Please do. Just for yourself, for yourself, for up here and your family, because it will help them as well. Bros, I beg you. I'm not begging, but bros, we're gonna keep it a buck, yeah. We're Oh no, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. We're not live, but as I said, we've got the equipment. We're doing the thing properly. We're trying to move nicely. So stay with us. Stay with us, please. Like, share, subscribe, my brothers. Do the flicky button. You know what that one is. Post notifications so when we go live, and we do, occasionally, and when the videos go up, you will be notified, my brothers. Please stay well and stay blessed.